Hello there, it's me, andVid, and Panda Bear, and today we're going to just be having some fun. The UW Overwatch team is here to play a few games, kind of mix it up, have some fun, because the quarter's just starting, and so the best way to get into Overwatch is to have some fun, because that's what it's all about, so yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna see a bunch of our old UW Overwatch team faces, and some of our members from our B team actually just come and play some games. We're gonna see a few warm ups to start, and then as the games go on, we're gonna proceed into kind of a captain system where we're gonna have some designated captains. Each side will basically pick members, and then we're gonna see either lots of really serious Overwatch, or what I'm personally hoping, some more maybe slightly BM fun stuff coming out from some of these people. So andVid, what would be one of the best things that you could see like in terms of entertainment value?
I'm hoping for some like crazy character picks, because usually you stick to the meta because the meta is what works. But since we're just having fun, maybe you just pull out some, like, I don't know, maybe like a Pharah or like a Junkrat or like a, I don't know, maybe like a Bastion, something crazy that, like, maybe it's not practical for an actual game, but it could be fun here.
Yeah, so keep in mind as well that in these games, sometimes it's not all about the victory. Sometimes it's about sending a message, and if playing Bastion, Torb, Symmetra is gonna do that, then well, it very might as well be worth considering. As we're seeing the picks coming in here, and well, obviously there's still some room to change things around, but it does look like that at least for now. We might be looking at some more control the point style conflicts as Zarya and Roadhog.
Oh yeah, so let's see, we got like a Junkrat. That was one of the people I was hoping for.
Oh no, sad Mario, you coward! You coward! You gotta stick on. Oh man. Okay, well, looks like that our red team here is going to be looking for this Rhino Zarya brawl, and on the other side we have this double off-tank meta of the Zarya and Roadhog.
Yeah, it looks like the Ryan is going all in, swinging his hammer, trying to get some early picks, but it's a team fight, so no picks, because you got to take all of them off right now. Baptiste's doing a good job healing. The Roadhog's trying to push off that Reinhardt, trying to keep away from the switching. Genji's popping around, he gets hooked, taken out. All that's left is Ryan trying to get a res off with Mercy, bring Genji back in the fight. He's wreaked some more havoc, but the battle's already over. Even with Genji lost, they still won.
Eco-friendly. You can't do that to them. You can't fill an ult in 30 seconds and then just use it. Come on, man. I mean, I get it. It's more to send a message type thing. That's cool, but come on, man. The humanity.
Yeah, eco-friendly is like going against his name right now. Just used it. But hey, it's working for them. They're kind of playing more cheese, but they just won another team fight. Just kind of wiped everybody else, and we couldn't even talk about it. Everybody's already gone.
Oh, and they only had to use, I think they only had to use 2 ultimates there. Actually, only one, the blade, and even that didn't do most of the work. It was Jason just popping off on the Hanzo here, and he's earned himself a Dragon Strike. He might be looking to off-angle it as they try to get through this choke, and his Dragon Strike, good info field, but it's not enough as everything just comes in. And they're just gonna burn all of these ults here, and oh man, some good coordination.
Yeah, they're getting a little close to the spawn point, and they're like, you know, they're doing good so far, but once you get close to that spawn point, I mean, it's hard to hold there. Like, even if you're having fun, it's hard to hold there. So it looks like they're going to be backing up, taking it a little bit more seriously.
That being said, Red Team, they did expend 4 ults into that engagement and only have the Valkyrie and the Dragon Blade. That being said, Epic Chicken, he's holding onto this grab. He's going to look for a big part here.
Yeah, grab immediately gets used. Only it really picks up the Reinhardt, which isn't enough to do any damage. The blade comes out with Genji, but he's immediately taken down by the Zarya. Zarya is good on charge and is using it. Grab some picks. Good on that Zarya. Farnock is doing pretty well this round. Yeah, takes out that the first tank with the Hog. Doesn't get the Reinhardt. Farnock's got it back onto point. Maybe get some help. Bubbled, but alone. Nothing she can do by herself.
Yeah. And that grab, although it only got the Reinhardt. Oh,
that
good
last second
shot.
kill on the Tracer, man.
Oh, spicy. And what I was going to say was that the grab that looked like it only caught the Reinhardt, it actually got a lot more value than it looked like on the surface because it forced out the ammo field, it drained the Reinhardt's barrier, and yes, the kills didn't come quite immediately off the back, but like when the ammo field comes down, there's nothing to like stop the blade, and also the blade maybe it didn't get enough. Like it caused enough distraction and chaos that the red team were just able to win that fight based on that. Good ultimate usage coming from the red team here.
Oh yeah, that grab at the end was really good because even though it was only Reinhardt, if I'm gonna have one person in my grab, I want it to be Reinhardt because he's just like really short-term damage, and so you can pick him off when he's standing still.
That's true. I mean, like maybe you'd want the supports a little more. Maybe without Reinhardt, it'd be easier to get them. But
yeah, that'd be just
but like but value is value. You aren't gonna argue against that.
Okay, looks like we're going to the first real team fight. They're all kind of brawling on point. It's a little messy. We got a Widow back here, but Tracer takes him out.
Nice.
That's Tracer's job. Takes out both snipers and a Zarya and Lucio. Tracer is the new Genji. Genji has to jump away. That Navros is good on the Tracer.
Oh yeah, he's just popping off. He's able to get into his backline, and this kind of hybrid brawl with the Zarya, right, and the dive from Lucio and Tracer. That actually pays dividends there. It keeps the front line occupied while the back line is able to access the supports and just take him down.
Yeah, when people are playing a little bit more casually, the DPS really has a higher role because since there's less support. Genji got his revenge on Navros. Took him out.
Yeah, that's going to weaken the dive significantly. But there's an environmental kill onto Calvi as well, and now blue team, they don't have any the DPS right now. Nitros will be back pretty quick, and they do get the counter.
Reinhardt, that one-man shield. He's been keeping them off, and now he's jumping in.
Soul Shattered is the Roadhog, I dare you.
It's all the team versus Hog, and he's still alive with that heal, but it won't last very long. As much as he heals, the damage keeps coming, and he gets taken out with a charge.
This Widow isn't long for this world.
Yeah, the Widow, I don't know what she was doing so pushed up. Tried to capture point.
Nah, not against the Brawl comp. As we're looking at this next engagement, blue team, they look like to be in a pretty good swap, as it looks like red team has to swap over onto this Doomfist, but now they're looking against this 3 ultimates, and it looks like this might be a little bit of a rough spot for this next fight. You have to grab the Shatter and the Amp Matrix. I imagine you just put down the grab, put the Amp Matrix, and just try to just pour in damage. And there's an environmental kill, and exactly as I actually said, all the kills just come into Amp Matrix. That does too much.
Yeah, the Doomfist is an interesting pick. It's a fun pick, and that's why I like it. But he's got to look for some walls, so he can't really cross that bridge without hitting somebody into a wall. And so that's what he needs to try to figure out how to play on this map. Oh, Genji comes in with a blade. See if he can grab something. He grabbed Soldier. That's a good DPS pick. Took out Zarya. I think that's enough to make a new pick and maybe capture the point. But Hamster takes out the Doom.
Huge beat.
The Doom didn't pay off. Yeah, that beat just might have saved them. Hamster is just running around trying to capture point. It's still overtime. Let's see if...
Almost thought the environmental kill was going to come in for a second.
Oh, Red was able to grab the point and delay it hopefully a little bit longer.
Yeah. That being said, red team, they had to invest nearly everything just to get that point. They only have a full hog left. Here comes the attack visor, and a beat's going to be coming up shortly for blue team. Will the red team have resources to deal with all of this coming out?
Oh yeah, blue team was like kind of trickling in, but now they've been able to go for an actual full attack. So if they can, just as the attack start, they lost 2 of their good people. They lost their Soldier and their Hamster. So this Lucio's doing some work on point. He's got an ult, but he's just trying to move around and play time.
Yeah. And ultimately, I'm not sure about that beat investment there.
Kind of
You're
alone.
already down a few people, but
he's got the
it looks like
AirPods in.
it might work out.
Yeah. This Diva and her defense matrix has been catching a bunch of stuff, but it wasn't enough. She was kicked out of mech and immediately taken out. That loose, this Genji is making quick work of all this business.
Yeah. And the awkward thing about that engagement is that blue team, they attempted the tempo beat to try to keep the fight going. Problem is, I think it had to hold on to the beat there to deal with the Dragon Blade, and once there was no beat on the table, the Dragon Blade was able to get massive value. And HSC, you okay there, bud?
Ooh, that Lucio picked out. The pulse bomb didn't really find anybody, but that's alright. Okay, we got a Nano Genji running around like crazy. Answer's just gonna try to punish it, but I don't think he can.
That's an interesting ult usage, using the Nano onto the Genji without the Dragon Blade.
Yeah.
Might work out. I don't know. It looks like the red team. It looks like they're getting some good CC on the ball, and he's gonna go down. And it's just left up to the Lucio and the Bash to stall the point. And the Diva's here too, but they're up against the entirety of red team. Blade's about to be online, as well as the minefield. Here's the Blade. And it takes out Calvi immediately. Big B comes in, but is it a little too late? As now there are more ults on the side of red team. There's the minefield, and there's no defensive utility remaining.
Yeah, these ults are just being used as soon as they're gotten, so it's kind of hard to make like a full push. But it's 99 versus 99, so whoever wins this wins it all. So we're just playing really king of the hill right now. This isn't really like a real fight. It's more just an all for all.
Nah. And I think that's just going to be a celebratory Nano to end that out. And the red team, they're going to come out on top with this kind of hybrid brawl dive style. Of course, they had to switch onto the ball for that really elongated fight at the end, but overall, they were just able to execute better. I think they probably had better ult usage. Some I don't know, a few questionable ults coming out from the blue team, but overall, just good play from red team. That's able to just pull that game away.
Yeah,
as you can see these cards.
I think what we saw there was good on Genji.
Give it to him! Come on, cowards! Someone, no!
One person didn't vote. He could have had 10 there. He could have had 10.
No.
And it would have been deserved. That Genji was making quick work of all the squishies in the backline. I think one of the reasons why red might have had an advantage was that blue's comp and the way they played was a little bit more traditional, like they're playing like an actual game. But red is just in there having fun, and so they're just diving in, making crazy moves that you just can't predict, and they were able to use that to win.
Yeah. All right, and I guess they say fun wins all, and I guess that's just how it's gonna be here. As I wonder, are we going to go into another warm-up game, or is this going to be our first selecting rounds? In the meantime, though, I do have a question to ask you, though.
Ask away.
Who do you think would be more scary? A Roadhog with Tracer Blinks, or a Tracer with Roadhog's gun? And this is in addition to their normal abilities and guns.
With all the normal abilities, I'd probably say Tracer, because one of the things that Hog's hook is like really great, but since he's such a big target, you can punish him. And with Tracer like running around like crazy with that small hitbox, the gun weapon would just be overpowered. But what do you think? What do you think?
I was actually thinking I was thinking the other side actually. Because like think about it. One of the scariest part of fighting Roadhog is the ability to just one shot you at close distance. So imagine if Roadhog is just able to blink onto your backline and just insta kill someone. It's like one of the weak points of Roadhog is that he's supposed to have really low mobility. So imagine having a high mobility Roadhog just after your backline.
Well, let's just hope that in Overwatch 2, Tracer and Hog didn't trade abilities, and then we'll be all fine.
Bless Kaplan, please. All right, and it looks like at least for now, it looks like we're going into Hanamura for our next game. I'm not sure if our rosters have changed or what else going to be happening. We need to hear from the production side for that, but for now, I think we're just going to look to figure out exactly what we're gonna do, and we'll come back once we're ready to start.
That's a good round, but we're heading to a break.
All right, and we're back from our break, and it looks like we're almost ready to start our second game of our Overwatch in-house fun time competition. I don't know if you can even call it a competition. It's more just Overwatch in-house fun time.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
as I was hoping to see maybe just a little more fun in the character picks in the last game, but I have my hopes up that maybe we'll see something here.
I think even with the current meta, a lot of the characters like Hog are still really fun to play. So even though like you're forced to pick them because they're the meta, if I'm gonna be forced to play a tank, I would love to be forced to play a Hog, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just biased because I'm a Hog fan. Who knows?
Ooh. Well, are you a closet Hog main?
Personally, I like Winston and Hog, which are kind of two completely different tanks, but you know they're fun to play.
Okay, keep denying it. I know, I can see your heart. A closet Hog main.
Oh yeah,
I can see it. All right, so it looks like we're gonna be entering King's Row here. So it turns out we're not going to Hanamura. It's actually just King's Row, a pretty standard, well-known map.
A classic, yeah.
Classic hybrid map, and I guess one thing that I'll say is that on one side the players to look out for. Of course, on the blue team. So on blue team we have Mad Cow and Dak, who are Mad Cow is a member of the Overwatch UW Overwatch Team is what I'm trying to say. Hello. And Dak was a former Contenders player. On the other side, the players to look out for Ahi and Nice Rose, and the latter which is also a UW Overwatch team member. And it looks like in terms of team comp, what do you make of this Sigma ball from this blue team?
Yeah, it's an odd variation. Usually the hamster is just pulled out just for like stalling, but to pull it off the beginning is an interesting take.
Interesting take, and it's even more so because this ball, he's going to be rolling into a hook, he's going to be rolling into a brick stun, he's going to be rolling into sleep dart.
Oh,
yeah, so not sure how much of a good time Mad Cow is going to have, but hey, if I have anyone with confidence to do it, then it's probably him. And as we see now, the red team's going to be pushing to choke. See, try to get things done.
Ooh, picked off by the ball. Okay, maybe the ball was a good pick. Maybe they got a healer. That got rid of one of the stuns. Oh, Dak taken out too. There goes the Widow. Blue team is taking a lot of hits right now. Yeah, it looks like they kind of lost this fight.
And the really good thing that Mac out there, maybe I shouldn't have so much doubts on this on the ball pick here, because Macau is showing that it can totally work even into 3 stuns. As the red team was rotating in on that last fight, the ball just rolled in from behind. He got hit several and just pile drive and takes out the Ana. That's good value, and he even gets out with his life. As we see this kind of skirmish going on as everyone's waiting for everyone else to respawn.
Yeah, King's Row, one of the big parts is playing with the environment. That's in every map, but especially King's Row. So the hamster is using good use of all like the circles.
Especially this high ground from Dak just takes out Artificer. And that's the entire team just collapsing right there. Good high ground usage actually from the blue team.
Yeah, it looks like we got a Widow v Widow. Amari got taken down. That's kind of rough. I hate to lose the one-on-one Widow fights, but
yeah, sights are up there. They know where these flankers are. Do you peek this? I would be a little scared as a soldier, but they're gonna push him with an aggressive trans.
Oh wow. Yeah, usually you just wait till that wears off, but if they want to push in and kind of go crazy, then they got a ball. That's exactly what he's supposed to do.
Oh my god, this ball play. Oh, it's so good. So, I mean, obviously it's getting supported by the rest of the team, but this ball's getting so much value from displacements and knockups, pile drives. It's so good. Like you saw the sights go out. Macau, he doesn't care. I don't care if you know where I am. I'm still gonna get massive value.
Yeah, the ball
See how
goes in.
busy? Yeah.
And then,
see how
Silver
busy
comes
he's
in
keeping
clean
this 1v1? Like this Widow 1v1 can't happen. Well, okay, now he just gets CC'd to death. So this is Red Team's chance.
Yeah, the pesky ball out of the way. Stunned the Sigma. Wasn't able to take him out. Jack with his visor is able to kind of clean them up, but even he, okay, yeah, there he goes. He just goes across the gate. There's no more protection and kind of cleans them up before they can run back into the spawn.
That being said, blue team, they did use 4 ults in that fight to counteract losing the ball early, so the red team, they might be looking at a bit of an ult advantage. They're gonna have the whole hog, they're gonna have the nano, and soon they're gonna have the grab and the tactical visor. If our adventure can get some good high ground here, and tactical visor plus grab, especially if you also throw in nano hog, might be able to get value. Oh.
Well, the value isn't coming just yet because the hamster is still having fun. But they were able to take out Sigma, so there goes their shield for now. But, you know...
Like, for now, but like,
matter.
with these late kills, Sigma might be able to get it back in time if blue team gives them a little space, but they aren't interested in giving red team space at all. They're gonna push in like mad people. Mad Calvin is actually mad.
Yeah, he's inches away from the door. Oh, dual sights on both sides, but it's too late. They've been fighting right next to the bus the whole time, but the point isn't there. It's way farther back.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get there.
Yeah, and the good thing about being aggressive there is that when time's winding down, well, they have to get through you to get to point, and the blue team is like, nope, ain't getting through us, and that's 0% captured for the red team, and the red team, best they can hope. Sorry, excuse me, 0% picked up. Yeah, for the red team, and now blue team. They only need, I believe, 33% of 1 point.
Yeah, if this was like an actual thing, that 0% would be really scary. But you know, we're just having fun.
Yeah, having
so
fun. Yeah.
Who cares, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, maybe it's fun, but like in your mind, maybe it's like, yeah, let's just ruin their morale. I don't know if that's what they're actually gonna do though. As well, Macau sticking on the ball. I don't blame you. Getting tons of value, disrupting the Widow 1v1. Like the Widow on red team can't catch a break, man. And like neither can the supports either. Like there's that one massive pile drive earlier that was like just that picked off both supports. And are we restarting?
Oh, I guess it's just restarting just for this next round. They shuffled one of the players around. That's why we got a little reset. But we're gonna get back to the action once they get these new picks.
Interesting. Okay, I guess that just happened then. So I guess we'll need to wait a little longer. But I would still expect more or less the same thing. That being said, one thing that they did do, I believe, is switch the captains, if I'm not mistaken, unless my memory's bad. But it looks like. Oh, okay. I'm getting word from production that looks like they're just swapping colors. And okay, do whatever.
So previous blue is now red, and previous red is now blue.
Right, which means Mad Cow, the crazy ball from earlier, he's now sitting on the red team. And well, looks like they're just gonna be on attack anyway. So we'll just remember in our minds that the current blue team they only scored 33%. And ooh, teleporter! Oh no, this strat.
Oh man. The RSO is trying to pull everybody off and kind of distract from the rest of the team, but it's not really enough. Ryan immediately gets taken out by the Symmetra, the cheeky Symmetra play, and Amari is popping some shots off right here.
But see, like, yeah, the red team, they tried to sneaky teleport play up onto the tall statue. But blue team, however, because they decided not to run like a bastion with that. They weren't able to get the DPS that they wanted onto the blue team, and they're just able to withstand it as Mari goes down, and that group was free reign for the moment.
Yeah, one of the reasons why the hamster worked so well last round was that he was able to go around, have some fun, and break everybody up, and his buddy soldier came up and cleaned up the mess, you know?
An aggressive drying charge, but
the charge that goes nowhere, but he's bubbled, so he might be fine if he can get away in time.
And it looks like he actually is. Oh, you have to worry a little bit, but
he's almost there. Oh, he got to his healers in his bubble. Okay, he'll live for another day.
There's no barrier. There's no barrier. Oh, but everyone. Oh yeah, no, everyone's gonna get taken down. For a moment, I thought everyone's gonna survive that grab coming up from deck, but nah. You aren't running any kind of barrier once the Rhine is separated from the grab, and nope, that's gonna be the red team. Just falling to pieces, and they've yet to capture 33%. Although I'm not sure how much that matters. How much that matters right now, since there's a partial reset, I suppose.
Well, let's see. What's Ryan doing right here? He was up on the balcony earlier, but he's back to a fairly normal position.
Good reaction bubble from Dak.
Oh, got slept, no hammer down there. Oh,
no. Well, it came out, just didn't get any value. Dak, he's gonna take himself out with his own right click here, and with the respawns coming in pretty quick for the red team, this is looking to be the fight that the red team are looking for to take this point. Or they've already taken a third, and I'm not sure if the recontest is possible here.
Yeah, that Zenyatta trans was able to get them on the point. Kind of lose the fight there. And really worked out. Another nice sleep.
Yeah, that's a good bubble coming out from Dak to protect the Nitros from the sleep start during his ult, but it just wasn't enough, and the point's going to go down, and red team, they're going to push it, take out so many staggers here. Everyone's going to go down, and Mercy goes down, Zarya goes down, and that's going to buy at least half of the second point here. Look, this is just some crazy aggression here.
The hamster's going on a tour of all of King's Row. He's, he's window shopping and having some fun, getting a Zarya pick here, a Mercy pick there.
Yeah, just why not? You know, may as well pick up some of those autographs right now.
Looks like Ayu's kind of like alone up there. I don't know where he's trying to go. Maybe
interesting charge. Interesting solo grab. Sure, why not? If that's what's gonna take to secure a pick, then I guess by all means.
Yeah, the Zarya grab was pretty questionable. I think it was just kind of saying screw you for charging me to the middle of nowhere, you know.
That's fair, and I guess that's a little bit of the fun stuff that we've been looking for. However, I don't think it's gonna win the team fight, as the Mercy did go down in that middle of the chaos, and there's not as much support as the blue team would like. That being said, there's two picks, both Symmetra and Zenyatta, who had the Transcendence. They go down, and I think despite all of that, the solar grab in the end works out.
Ooh, that was a quick sleep. Stop that charging Ryan, and the other Ryan was able to charge in and take a hold of that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you need to be careful of widows of this caliber, man.
Sag Fruit is trying to stop people from getting up in the ring.
Another?
Another quick grab, but she dies before she can capitalize on it. But Hanzo comes in and completes the job.
Good, and that's a good old coordination to getting the grab into the dragon. One of the most well-known combos in the entirety of the game. Ahi, is he looking for a shatter here? That's the only reason he could be out here, right? Solo shatter someone. He solo shattered! It's leg day today, folks. It's leg day. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of that fun times that we're looking for here.
Yeah, he's been playing a little bit alone for a lot of the time.
But is it worse? The question is, was it worse? And the answer is yes, totally worse.
Okay,
Send the message.
Here comes the red line nano pushing around. Eco-friendly, just swing his hammer like crazy. This is the pin.
You know what? He's just having a good time. You know, like in all those Reinhardt guys, they say unbind your left shift or something. Like it's just like you should almost never use it. Well, Ahi, every single one of his keys is left shift. Oh, and he has one for ultimate too. He's just having fun charging. Oh my god, such a grab. Oh, and the stick in combination. Oh man, that's so deep too, and this might just be payback for how they got treated on their attack.
Ooh, Zarya pin, but and oh my gosh, I don't know what that Reinhardt's doing.
Oh, he just didn't have enough support there. It's just time is ticking down. Had to try something. Oh well.
I think Eco-friendly was watching Ahi and how he was playing Ryan and got kind of jealous and said like, let me in on some of the action.
Let me in. I want to press left shift. I want to have fun too. I want to solo shatter someone. But ultimately, Ahi, he's the expert on the Ryan BM. You can't match that. You just can't. And well, earlier we said that blue team was only able to capture 33%, but this was like kind of a partial reset. So I guess the blue team now they're gonna have a chance to maybe put together something better on their offense. As it looks like we're gonna. I hope that Ahi continues to play Ryan. Please, thank you. We need to see more of this. This is the in-house fun time, and there's no fun time without solo shatters. I'm pretty sure you can't spell fun. You can't spell in-house without Ahi.
Yeah. So
don't question it.
The first round before they did that quick switcheroo, it was like almost completely one-sided. Every single fight was just one-sided. But this previous round that we just saw, it was a little bit more mixed. Ended up the red team did take the dub, but they still got the blue still got the escort like halfway there, so that's good enough. That counts for something.
All right, and look at this forward ball position here up on the top of the cinema. See if he gets some good knock forward. Maybe didn't get exactly what he wants. Ahi, there's the charge, but he's just gonna get antied and taken down. Maybe that was a bit overzealous there, but I like the idea.
Yeah, well, now Daki's trying to chase down this ball. Got him away from the statue and kind of in the alleys, trying to clean it, but ooh, the hog comes in and saves his buddy, the hamster, and takes
that was actually a really good bait from Mad Cow there. He goes and pile drives and baits out the bubble and from the Zarya, and after the bubble's gone, there's nothing that Zarya can do to protect herself from the hook that comes out. Unfortunately, I guess that we're just resetting and we're gonna play a different map. So I guess that effectively, red team won, I suppose. I guess, and I guess it looks like we're gonna look now towards the next round of captain picks and stuff. I guess this is the time to take a short break while everything gets sorted out there.
All right, it looks like the games are just getting better, and so continue to stay here and chat, and hopefully things just get crazier and crazier. We'll see you in the next round. Hello, we're back from break just for a little like explaining what's going on in the back area. So basically, we decided that we have so many players in the Discord VC that we're gonna split into 4 different teams and hold just a little like tournament just for fun. And so right now they're doing drafts between the 4 different captains, which are Dak, Stealth Ninja, Eco-friendly, and Ahi. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in the back right now.
Yeah, and while they're getting this impromptu tournament set up, and I think we're also the production is gonna prepare nice little splash screen for you guys. But while that's getting set up, I do have I have another little question for you, andVid.
I love your little questions. What is it? What's up?
All right. So instead of trading abilities, we're gonna be trading sides here, and it's the classic question of which would be more scary: 6 Torb-sized Reinhardts or 1 Reinhardt-sized Torb?
Shoot, that's a tough one. Because like you're posing just like a giant versus like a very buff small man, and so they're kind of switching spots. And I'd probably say the 6 Reinhardts, just because one of the key like characteristics of Reinhardt is that he's like overconfident and ready to go. And so I can just imagine 6
Just
people
like Ahi.
ready to charge, all of them just jumping in. I think that would kind of freak me out, and I'd be over.
Yeah. Now then, but then imagine this: if you have a giant Reinhardt-sized Torb, what does the turret look like?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like a second payload. Place it on top, and the payload can't move because it's just too heavy.
Oh no, yeah, that's how that works.
Sigma like struggles to lift it up with just can't.
Maybe it might not. Like like there's sometimes there's like these low overpasses, right? Maybe it's just no longer fits the clearance.
Blocks the.
Yep. All right, but I think that while we're setting up here, it looks like we're almost done. It looks like players are starting to move around, presumably to new lobbies. In a little bit, we'll figure out which game we're gonna bring to you guys, and we're gonna start this little impromptu tournament. So stick around, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, sorry to leave you. We just came back, but we'll see you when the games start.
Traveling to Dorado.
Hello, long time no see. We got Stealth Ninja versus Dak for our first game. So we got Stealth Ninja over on blue, and we got Dak over on red.
Yeah. And just so you all know, in a different lobby, we do have eco-friendly versus Ahi going on. Obviously, we can only bring you one game at a time. We'd love to bring you more games, but we can only be in one game at one time, and so it will suffice to bring you this one. And the winner of Team Stealth Ninja versus Team Dak is going to play against the winner of the other side for the ultimate in-house funhouse champions.
Oh yeah, stakes are really high. We are really serious. This is a professional tournament, but let's just screw around and have some fun.
Yes, exactly. it's the in-house funhouse, and that's exactly what that means. And as we're looking to roll in, Macau reliably on this ball. He's been getting so much value out of his displacements and knockups and whatnot. No reason for him to switch off. We saw how good he was on the previous King's Row. On the other side, though, looks like that there will be a few needs to try to at least do damage control. They're rolling the McCree, for a moment they're running the Ana, but they actually decided to prioritize the Mercy instead, and this might be a more poke-ish style with the McCree and Hanzo coming out from Team Dak.
Yeah, that Reinhardt shield is gonna kind of make it tough for Ashe and McCree to find their shots. So it looks like McCree just jumped into the backline, gets taken out by Iso.
Because why not? And,
yeah, I think
go ahead.
That shield is really helping out the Hanzo get some picks with cover. Oh, there goes Dak trying to punish that ball, but he's too high up.
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, tanks are kind of just alone here, and this D.Va, well, just going to die late, and
yeah, those McCree shots just popped D.Va even out of mech. It was a good hit.
This is pretty aggressive coming from Dak, but it seems to support him. He's fine.
Yeah, that Reinhardt will give him the advantage on the McCree 1v1.
Yeah, and Macau knows this team is a little too good to just rolling around recklessly. He's on the Winston now, but his barrier's not gonna last too long, and ISO, he's gonna take him out, and the Hanzo, Hanzo's been doing a serious amount of work here. He already has the Dragon Strike, he's gonna unleash it, and, well, might not find the 6, but it finds the space, and Nicer's all he can do is just dance around until he dies.
Yeah, that Atomic on the Mei was trying to freeze, but couldn't actually fully freeze anybody. Just slowing like people here and there, but wasn't able to get one good freeze. So it's an unlucky swap.
Now, there's only one ult right now on the side. I mean, Artificer will get Coalescence up pretty quick, but right now, all eyes are on this shatter here from Joshua Max. If he can land something, especially from the lack of barriers on the blue team side, but right now it looks like that for now the Shatter's just not going to be able to come out, as the dive from the Winston Diva on the blue team, they're able to capitalize before the Reinhardt's able to get into position to do anything.
Yeah, that's
a good aggressive move.
The Mei concentration on the Ryan was able to stop him from getting into position. It looks like we're getting to another team fight. Lucio's taken out immediately.
That's an aggressive early grab.
That sound barrier saved the team from the nuke up there, but red team has 4 ults now.
Yeah. And one of the awkward things is, yeah, they did invest the bomb early in that area, but the problem is that the solar grab from Woes, it was able to pick off one player, and when you're so far into your enemy spawn, even just one pick can spell trouble. And so that's going to allow Red Team to take up so much space.
Yeah, the McCree was able to take out the Winston, but ISO was also there and took out the McCree and traded. But, maybe I shouldn't talk so highly of him. He just got taken out by the enemy Hanzo, so.
Yeah. As we kind of see a Lucio battle on the payload, but that's going to just end, and it's going to be a stall, at least for the moment, on Team DAC. Good ice ball reaction to save himself there. Oh, DAC, you can't just ult without a barrier in front of the enemy team and just expect to get value. Grab Dragon. Dragon might be a bit wide actually, but it still gets the value and picks up the kills that they need. And it looks like that's going to be point B captured for Team DAC.
Yeah, that was a good, solid retake. This Mei is kind of stuck alone, trying to make her way to the back, but can't. And she's got that blizzard, she just can't use it.
Oh, the cleanup shatter! Josh Max finally finding good use for it, and this is going to get them probably halfway through point C. Now that being said, towards the end of that fight, they did invest 2 ults for cleanup, and now the DAC has gone down as being maybe just a tad bit over aggressive. This is going to be a good opportunity to try to retake.
Yeah, and they need those ults because with this spot right here, the respawn is so close that they need almost a full team wipe in order to get it.
Yeah. And they're trading out, but trades at this point of the payload is going to be good for the defense. Oh, good wall to just make sure Josh Max had nowhere to go, had to eat the dragon straight to his face. He's gonna go down.
Atomic is still holding on to this blizzard. We'll probably use it in the next team fight if they don't immediately die like they've been doing the entire game, really. I'm sorry, but...
Yeah. And there's no support ults up right now for a side of Team DAC. HFC kind of close, but if Atomic uses this a little early, I get it. There's the grab, there's the dragon, but there's the beat to counter. And actually, the grab just gets eaten, so it doesn't matter anyway. Oh no! So low strat to just go to the high ground and use the Deadeye, and just gonna find massive value there. This Coalesce is just feeding into Mako, trying to keep him alive. But he's not gonna last long.
Yeah, that poor Moira was propping up that Reinhardt with everything she had, but it wasn't enough. Alright, looks like this Tracer is trying to run around and find something, but only finds a wall, runs right into it, and take out all the create.
And right now, there's only one ult on, well, actually, about to be two on that side. Guess who the ults belong to? It's Team Dak. They're in good spot to try to close this out with no ults on the side of Team Stealth Ninja.
I can easily see a Shatter and a combo. Ooh, from the back line.
Yeah. And actually, good defense matrix, but the ults coming online are just too much for Team Blue to handle, and that's gonna be 1 minute and 27 seconds on the side of Team Dak, and that's a pretty decent performance, even just completing a map.
Oh yeah, pretty decent is a nice way to put it. 137 on the clock is
127.
127 is gonna be hard to beat. It's not impossible, but you know, it's looking rough. I'm sure they're not too worried about it because, you know, we are just doing a fun tournament, but it would suck. It would suck to be taken out.
Yeah. It's going to suck to be the losers of a fun tournament, cause oh my, you wouldn't be able to live the absolute shame.
Oh yeah, it would definitely go on your permanent record, and everybody would know about it.
Yeah. So that being said, oh, what's this? Coming up from Team Dak, ISO, he's playing the Junkrat. Ooh, this is what we were looking for here. A little bit of spice. I see ya.
Yeah, that ISO with the Junkrat pick is gonna be fun. If he can stay alive and just lob some bombs and get some cheeky traps, there could be definitely some clippable moments from this play.
Yeah.
This character choice.
I'm looking forward to see how ISO handles this Junkrat. On the other side, Macau, he's gonna go back to the Wrecking Ball. But oh, he just ran into a trap. He's gonna go down. Unfortunate for him. And I wonder, is he just gonna swap off right now? No, he's gonna stick to his guns then, or rather stick to his ball rather. But that, he's just gonna get pick, and sure, why not?
Okay, it looks like Diva jumped up with the ball to try to knock him off, but they couldn't knock him off. They're still got high ground. Red is still up there.
Yeah, and now the Zarya is built up a lot of charge, and this high ground looking pretty uncontestable, at least on the forward side of Team Stealth Ninja.
Especially with that Mercy just pocketing the soldier.
Yeah, Dak already almost has a tactical visor. No one else on the blue team even has 50%. Well, Nitrous now does, but Dak, oh! Good pick. And that's not going to be res because Lilac also going to go down, and
there goes the high ground.
There goes the high ground, and this is just what the Team Stealth Ninja need to get some progress on this payload.
Ryan hiding in the little corner right there, trying to be the gatekeeper. There's nobody behind him, really.
Trap.
Ooh, that grab completely switched the turn of the battle. They were able to push up onto that and just wipe the blue team.
Yeah. Now, tire investment may be a little questionable. I'm not sure if he needed that one, but maybe. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he should just send a message. We'll say he's sending a message, all right? That seems pretty fair to say at this point.
Yeah, I think the Junk as a whole is a questionable play, you know.
But like, who cares about questionable on the in-house fun house here?
Yeah.
We're just trying to have fun. Oh, Stealth Ninja, you're not gonna have a fun time against a fully charged Zarya.
Yeah, it looks like this Junk is actually doing a great job of using their bombs.
So much.
Most of these are hitting.
He's already halfway to another retire, and he just used it.
The hamster was trying to find ISO, but ISO just kind of knocked him off with all those concussion mines.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess I spoke too soon. Here goes Dak to try to push them back.
That's actually a pretty good bomb. Oh, it's a huge bomb! It's absolutely massive. Takes off the Reinhardt and the Mercy, and all of a sudden, this is gonna swing solidly in favor of the blue team.
Yeah, blue team.
Stealth Ninja.
They were able to push up during a visor from Dak. Dak's visor was kind of useless because of the bomb coming. He had to run for cover rather than focus on using his ult.
Yes, that was a smart play, and it pays dividends. That being said, Team Stealth Ninja, they're getting pushed back some at Nitrous. What are you doing here? Kind of just flanking Zen? Okay, I see you.
60 seconds.
Looks like Reinhardt is on the payload against Daria versus a Zen going nuts. Ooh, a trade.
Honestly, that's a good flanking Zen. Got several picks. Here's the tire. What's he gonna do? Is going to find the Ash. Sure, you take those.
All right, looks like the ball is going around. Not really sure what he's doing. He's kind of fighting people who are near the rest of the team. You can't really find anybody alone.
Oh, all the ults are being popped, but the Dax Reinhardt is starting to fall low a little. He is gonna get healed up, and now all of a sudden there's no ult on the side.
Ooh, there goes the grab.
There's the grab, and there's gonna be the cleanup.
Yeah, that Junkrat with grab, man, that's like Junkrat's best friend because land all the bombs and they're all in one spot. So
yeah, and they're not gonna be able to touch the point, and it looks like Team Dak, they're gonna take this map. And I think this is just a winner take all, and so I think Team Stealth Ninja is just going to be eliminated as we see a fully charged Zarya is just gonna get a grab as the play of the game here. Just obscene. And there's a tire for good measure. Quite the comical way to end it. But I see Team Dak, we're gonna move on. I'm not sure we have a result yet from the other match, but when we do, we'll be sure to let you know, and we're gonna bring you the final match between Team Dak and whoever ends up on the other team.
yeah, well, Stealth Ninja had just joined and he had just gotten his own team. It's a shame we didn't see more from him, but oh well. We've got so many players right now and we only got so much time, so we're just going with the bracket for now.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Team Dak, and we'll see you in the next round.
Welcome back to our in-house funhouse over UW's Esports fun little competition here that we have here. And it looks like we're almost ready to get started with Team Dak versus Team Eco-Friendly. That's right, Team Eco-Friendly won out against Team Ahi, and now we're soon going to see a matchup between, apparently, these two, well, for all we know, Titans.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a UW funhouse, or more like a madhouse. As we were seeing like in the previous games, I think one of my favorite parts of this whole stream was watching Ahi lead his team like straight into battle and just kind of go nuts. It's something you'd never see in like this high level, like with players this good, but they're here to kind of relax and have fun.
All right.
So it looks like we're going right into games.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood.
We're going to Hollywood. Yeah, welcome to Hollywood. And in this basically grand finals, this is what it essentially is right now. And it looks like, we picked the Halloween version, the more spooky, dim lighted version. And actually, just a little bit of fun fact, I found that actually it's not entirely balanced to play on the Halloween version, because then you pick a darker skin and you blend in hard, and then it's harder to hit you because it's harder to see you.
Tactical
skin picking for you folks. That's a real thing. There's actually a bit of theory as to which skins you should and shouldn't pick in competitive. Like, I think this Reinhardt skin, Cold Heart, makes your head hitbox literally glow, and so apparently that's like a bad skin to pick, because then it's a lot easier to figure out where your head is and shoot it.
But if it looks fire, if it looks fire, then maybe it's worth it.
Or if he just want to send a message that, hey, shoot me in the head, I dare you. I mean, I mean, this is a fun house, right? So, who cares?
It's a haunted house now. I love this map reskin with all like the hay and the pumpkins. It's one of the better ones in my opinion.
All right. Well, hopefully you get some darker skins to match with it.
Looks like we have a Reaper play.
Ooh, Reaper, yeah. And it's actually the Team Eco-Friendly rolling out this more kind of this kind of rush Reaper May style that was popular like maybe a year or so ago.
Yeah,
looks like they're playing up now.
Team Eco has 3 DPS. They got May, they got Tracer, they got Reaper.
Oh yeah, because yeah, you don't have Roadlock here, and it's paying dividends with all the DPS just getting work done here. There's already a blizzard.
Oh my god!
What the heck is Jason doing? And oh, that was just so awful that blue team, they just had to pause that right there.
They just had to give some mercy and just stop them right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like faking 3 DPS was a mistake, and Roadlock was actually supposed to be on. So it looks like Team Red fielded an illegal comp. But maybe it was worth it for the intimidation. Maybe even if they have to restart here with 2-2-2 Roadlock, maybe it was worth it to send the message.
Yeah, they definitely like are feeling it now. And then 3 DPS, I would have loved to have seen that, even though it was like it looked like it was starting to be like unbalanced, a little OP. It would have been crazy. It would have been fun to see, especially with no shields, with just the Zarya bubbles bubbling all these crazy attacks. It would have been crazy, but oh well.
Yeah. Like, I mean, to be fair, if I could indulge myself in a little bit more of the theory crafting here, you might be able to make the argument that this team comp doesn't necessarily synergize that well because the Zarya is kind of very in-your-face, kind of, while the Tracer and Lucio kind of want to go into your backline. It looks like we're starting, and I assume that the team Eco-Friendly will be required to swap onto a quote-unquote legal comp. Oh no, looks like they're just gonna go with it, and okay.
It was a little crazy at first, so everybody was kind of questioning it, but they decided, you know what?
Yeah, we'll just let them.
Let's run it. Maybe just for tonight, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is an in-house fun house, so who cares?
And Iso is still on the Junkrat, got another 1 pick of the tire. He's really only using the tires just for 1 hit. Oh well, that works for him. And Jack with McCree just took out the only tank and a healer. So with 3 DPS, that's gonna be a big deal.
No. That being said, this ult trade I think is going to favor the offense because the current position of the payload is just a little bit closer there. The McCree from Dak, he is going to get caught out actually, and some picks are starting to come through.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to get it out of the gate. They got that Ana is working really hard to keep everybody up.
Especially since actually everyone's going to be taking more damage now with 3 DPS and less tankiness.
Oh yeah, and one of the things that you can notice they got 3 DPS, but all 3 of them have some sort of like little bit of healing going on. So it's not all on Ana and Lucio.
Yeah. That's true. So in some sense, I guess this comp does make a little more sense. You have a little bit more sustain with the passive health steal. Oh, there's the beat, but there's so much DPS!
Oh my gosh, there's just too much DPS. Even with the Lucio beat, that Reaper was just able to kind of wreak havoc.
Yeah, that was a grab, and then the nano, and then the Death Blossom. Yes, there's a sound barrier, but that's not gonna keep you up, especially when you're bionated on top of it.
Yeah, with 3 DPS, man, just too much damage.
Too much damage, and they still have ult to spare as they do bring out the Blizzard just to clean this up, and now the team Eco-Friendly, they're good to push into the 3rd point here.
Yeah, with that Blizzard on there, Lucio and Zarya didn't kind of care. They just went out into the cold and they got frostbite.
Yeah.
So now it looks like a full reset. But this Reaper's gonna try to get the pick on Jack.
He just caught unaware. Surprise! I am Reaper and I am out for your soul. And that's going to be with another pick onto Josh and Max on the Sigma. That's going to probably be that push. Is this a... I'm not sure. Did I just see a flanking Deadeye about to come? No, maybe I'm just seeing things. But what I am seeing correctly is picks coming in from the team DAC, and this might just be what they need to stabilize here, which is good too, because this there's a chance to start to steer their ult economy in the right track. But they did use 3 ultimates actually to secure that.
Ooh, there goes the grab. See if they can capitalize it on something.
Oh, the eat just a little too late. Couldn't quite get that pulse bomb.
Yeah, but Zari was still able to get 2 kills off of that, so all for all, it was alright. It wasn't too bad. Here comes Amari going up for the high ground, trying to get that soldier.
Oh no! Oh no! There's no way to survive this, right?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Poor Iso got chased down. Knows how Dak feels. Dak has got good use of high ground with his ult. See if he can find an opportunity to use it up there.
Just massive DPS.
Ooh, Amari going on that Mercy. Mercy tries to get away but can't. Zari was there with Amari.
They still have 3 ults to take care of the staggers. HSA has got to get here with the Death Blossoms. Not it's a sound barrier. I mean soon. But there's still ults to spare for the red team.
3 ults and there's 1 meter left. So you do the math on that. I mean, they've got tons of ults.
Yeah.
That Doom Fist pick running amok. Winston's kind of trying to do damage on all the DPS, but it's just too much damage.
The stall picks actually coming big. Well, not stall picks, but like the get back fast picks coming in big. But the Winston does get res.
That Reaper is just punishing the Winston pick.
Yeah.
Especially with a Mei, not a lot he can do there. Mercy is trying to help him out.
Yeah. That being said, this fight's been going on for a while, and long fights tend to benefit the defense in these scenarios. But there's the Death Blossom trying to get extra stabilization. This actually might be working. The blue team looks like, oh no!
Ooh. They should have stayed on point. They should have stayed on point. Eco,
looking so good.
The Doom pick was just standing on top of Escort and just kind of scaring everybody away with that huge arm. But
Welcome.
Oh, that's so unfortunate to see. It looked so good too. It looked like that Team DAC were just going to be held back and weren't going to be able to push in, but they just step off.
yeah, so the question now is, are they going to go with the 3 DPS? Now that the door is open and your comp can kind of go crazy, are they going to take the chance to run something that couldn't be run before?
I would personally not mind. I'd love to see it, but it looks like that they're gonna get their horses reined in, and Team Eco-Friendly. They're going to go back to a traditional 2-2-2.
Attackers incoming.
It's understandable. By the way, if you haven't noticed, it looks like we did have another kind of swap sides reset, kind of like what we had before. No worries though. In our mind, we all know that Team DAC weren't able to defend the 3rd point, and then they had about 2 minutes on the time bank. So they're good. So we're gonna need to see a good performance from Team DAC in order to get what would be overtime.
Yeah, with 2 minutes on the clock, they're gonna have to kind of be going quick because they were able to capture in the previous round. Team Eco-Friendly was able to take the point really, really quickly. So, So welcome to the National Geographic lens. We're gonna kind of back off and watch them work their magic in nature. Okay, now we're back in the action.
That's alright. And we're back in the action. Was the ammo field actually forced out from HSC?
Amari is in and out of this doorway trying to get picks. It looks like nobody kind of notices him, so he's able to get some shots off. Okay, now they see him. Now they can try to push him out of there.
Some players go low, but the immortality field is back to try to keep them up. There are trades going down, and the res is up to get the Batiste back into the fight. There's some ults that are starting to come online, notably the Deadeye. See that he just zoned Team Eco-Friendly off this point, but he's gonna hold on to it for now. And they might not need it.
Ooh, there you go. They just took out the team leader. Eco-friendly is now gone, and they followed up with a May kill. This Zarya is kind of scared, trying to back up, trying to use a bubble, but the bubble's on cooldown, and so she has to get out of there.
Well, she's not going to be able to get out, and Zarya's always a high priority target to take down, make sure she can't get away with her ult charge. I'm not her ult charge, I mean her just like energy, that's it.
Yeah, Team Dak was able to take the point almost as quickly as Eco-friendly.
Zero man grab? Hello? Nene? Question mark?
Oh no, with the Dragon 2 ults just used on nobody.
Oh no.
Now it's their turn. It's their grab, and it's their death shot.
Yeah, with the window and the grab. Yeah, the shield's not gonna last long. Throw a Deadeye through there, everyone's just gonna melt.
Now it's time to hop in the car. It's their car now.
Yeah. Now, examining the next fight here, the Team Dak is gonna have 3 ults: the Deadeye, the Shatter, and a window of their own. But there's importantly a Blither here on the side of Team Eco-friendly, and it's gonna get double frozen up here, and it's going to end up getting the Reinhardt.
Got the Reinhardt, got the immortality shield, so maybe not put up that window because they don't really have protection. Yeah, the Mei putting up a little tactical wall to keep them out of sight, out of mind. Zarya with the bubble, maybe trying to get some picks with their little balls or get some charge. This Mei is really pushed back. Blue team is kind of realizing that they were pushed up too far.
Oh yeah, that window just gonna do it all. And like window, it's so good for either just killing the enemy team or just forcing them out. And in this case, Team Dak, they had nowhere to go, and well, you choose one of the two. You're either gonna get out or you're gonna melt, and Team Dak melted.
Yeah, that window was perfect because it's a lane part of the map right here. They kind of have to go into range of the window in order to do so.
Oh, can't hide up there. You're gonna get spotted.
Hog on the roof, but he hops down. He's going around. He's got ultimate too. He could pop this up in the back. He pushed them against the ice wall.
Yeah. Good wall, a good ice wall there. Just prevent the retreat from Josh and Max, and Team Dak, they're gonna need to go again, and this is where things start to get a little scary because right now you only have a Deadeye, and on the other side, Team Eco-friendly, they're holding on to this all-important grab, and soon 2 support ultimates as well.
Yeah, but they're able to. They've been doing a good job of stalling it here. In the previous round, the escort was just kind of kept going. Ooh, that's a good grab. They got a bunch of people, but shield kind of protecting them. High tide, but it doesn't go through.
He gets killed immediately. No chance that the Deadeye is gonna do anything there. And they only Team Eco-friendly. They're really being eco-friendly now. They only use one ult to win that. Now they're using another ult here to just get a stagger pick onto Woes. And yeah, this is eco if I've ever seen it.
They're fighting right outside of spawn. I know there's only 1 minute 40 left, but you don't want to get picked off over there. Okay, yeah. They kind of realize what's going on.
Yeah. Amari, he did kind of deserve that a little bit, and now Red Team, they're gonna look for the advantage. Woo! Shatter 3, but where's the follow-up? There's only a follow-up onto Epic Chicken, and okay, they are gonna start to pick up the frags as ISO, rotating up to the high ground and just getting this vantage point on top of absolutely everyone.
Yeah,
and,
I guess ISO got the memo late. The shatter went down, a couple of seconds went past, and then he pulled out his ultimate. But
it all worked out in the end, though.
Yes.
As we're kind of looking to our next fight here, looks like Team Dak, they might have a chance to keep this going with the grab up. They're gonna have a Coalescence. They're also gonna have a Trans and Deadeye. This looks like a better ult economy than Team Eco-friendly, and it looks like it's paying dividends with just the Coalescence here.
Ooh, there's a grab, but that was so unlucky. Wiz had gotten the other Zarya to super low health, but the immortality field kept them up.
Yeah, but then it doesn't matter. You're just gonna get pushed out of line of sight and get taken down anyway. That being said, that good old economy that we were talking about for Team Deck earlier, it's not as good now having to have used several ults to clear the last point. But
I don't know what
eco-friendly,
Eco's doing there.
well, stalling for time, and
Yeah.
to be fair, if we remember that Team Deck, they already have a worse time bank. They had to try to beat 2 minutes for the better timing. That's not going to happen now. And look at this high ground positioning here from Team Eco-Friendly. They might just drop the Blizzard right on the backline. That would be devastating if this backline got caught out. That being said, there is a chance to counteract that, but let's see how this plays out.
Looks like we're just watching the Ana trying to get. Ooh, got the anti over there. A Blizzard going out, trying to clear escort. You can see the soldier in the top
Rand's
left
there.
just bugging the heals.
Yeah. And the problem about this current tank line, this Ryan Zarya from Team Eco-Friendly, is that there isn't any good person to go up and counter ISO really quickly. That being said, is that a Soul Shatter that we just saw? That's a Soul Shatter onto Dak just to take him down, and there's only 30 seconds left. Only 30 seconds left to try to make something happen. If they don't, they only have okay, they may have 4 ults to do it, but Team Eco-Friendly, they have ults of their own, and this is probably going to be an overtime push.
Maybe we'll see a nano on the line. With a sweep and connect. Oh, a shatter.
Get 3 on the ground. Nano has to come out just to try to keep the Ryan up. This might not be enough, though. This is looking good.
Quick work.
Now the stall picks, they're gonna have to come in just to try to stall this payload.
Looks like the
grab
hamster is trying to stall, but it's not gonna be enough. They got a Discord on that guy and trying to clean him up.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Bastion taking the back.
Coming out. He does get 1. Is that gonna be enough though? Dak? Oh, he's bringing out his own Bastion.
Oh.
What are you gonna do about this? You can't dedicate resource to dealing with it. Okay, well you can dedicate to sleep. I guess that's okay too. But he's just gonna come back soon. Oh no! The pinks!
Amari is taking the time to go in the back and get rid of the Bastion, because if he properly sets up, he's able to cover for him.
Yeah, and that's gonna actually be the end of the game, I believe, because the team Dak, they weren't able to just keep a body on the payload, and the stall picks were just able to come in, and I think that's just gonna be game.
Yeah, good job to Eco-Friendly, and looks like that's game. I think in the background the losers bracket was playing, so we might see who won that later. But for now, Eco-Friendly did a really good job. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think were some of the highlights? I think the 3 DPS was crazy.
I mean, like, at this point you have to kind of start to think maybe maybe it was accidental. It probably was accidental, but maybe you can just take that and say, hey, we're going to just go in your face. 3 DPS doesn't matter. Later, we've gotten that psychological advantage just to play something you weren't expecting. And in matches like this, sometimes, especially in ones in which you're solo shattering your opponents just to send a message, maybe that's the call to do right there.
Yeah, I could definitely imagine the team BCs when they realize the enemy team has 3 DPS. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, they're breaking the unspoken rules. I mean, it's not like this is super strict, right? But hey, this is the fun house here, and so have fun, right? That's what they say.
Yeah. When I noticed it when we were casting, I was like, oh shoot, man, this is like early Overwatch. There's no rules.
Oh yeah, back when Rollock was not a thing. You remember the dark time of goats? Oh yeah, goats. The meta which everyone hated and had to play.
Well, hey.
Anyway, I think
congratulations
we're
congratulations to Eco.
Yeah.
And I think we'll head off to a quick break right here.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game.
What a game. See you on the other side.
See you then.
You got solo.
point Gibraltar. Initiating match.
Welcome back. Everybody's in the same lobby. If it seems rushed, it's because it is rushed. We don't really know what's going on right now, but it looks like they're on watch point Gibraltar, looking up at this nice rocket.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes to space.
Alright, so apparently the meme here in this game is that both teams, they're sharing the same voice chat, which means that you can hear all of your enemies' comms. If it sounds cringe, it's because it is cringe. But this is the fun house, and in the fun house, we do what fun house people do, and that is do weird stuff, and this is what we're doing today. Imagine trying to talk about what your plan is for next fight. How do you do that?
You don't. And it gets even worse when you have the same character on both teams, and you're calling out callouts, and you don't know who it's coming from.
What if like, because like right now the red team is running Winston. What if red team calls out what if red team calls out Winston's low when he's not? Just to
nano me.
Nano me. Oh my. I'm excited to see what memes we're gonna. I hope that we can spot some kind of misplay because they confuse the communication. That's a nice boot from the D.Va to deny the high ground for a moment.
Yeah, it looks like Winston's down below. They've got the whole team on high ground. The bubble Winston, so he can poke without getting too damaged. They got that res off the hog.
ISO, he's just fighting heads.
Yeah, that Winston's trying to distract, but not doing like enough because they're able to get behind.
Oh wow, rare outplay and the tactical shoot the ground because as D.Va you can't crouch, so shooting the ground, that's the next best thing you can do as D.Va.
Yeah, it's good to have Ahi back. Even if he's not on Ryan, he's still going nuts. Alright, here goes Pogpixel in the back. Too low, gets taken out. Dak was able to punish that. And
touch cart! Oh!
A sweep on cart.
No, you had to touch cart there.
She's getting super low, so doesn't have a perfect time to use it.
Yeah.
So just uses it wisely to get out.
Yeah. Questionable bomb there because point was already capped.
Yeah.
And now that's the ult that you don't have to buy space in the future.
Yeah, it seemed like it was only like out of rush because they were just about to lose mech. Do I use ult? Do I not use ult? I just use ult.
Yeah, you'd imagine that in that scenario it was because that you're swapping solo ult. Deadeye onto a Mercy with nowhere to go. Okay, Dak, you sent your message. Please stop. That's so mean.
Looks like everybody's playing like off cart. The cart's just in the background, just kind of moving along. They got the grab. Got that hook off the grab. They're trying to touch. This hog is able to stall on point. Probably should have hit that dragon on point to get rid of the hog.
What a sleep start.
And punished for it too.
Oh, that was an amazing sleep start from, I believe it was Lilac, who is just able to prevent the inevitable damage onto HSC with a perfectly timed sleep start. And Dishonest's in trouble.
Oh no.
Well, everyone find out.
And in case you missed it, Ahi did another panic bomb. As soon as he got out of his mech, he used the bomb, and there was a shield, a Winston shield right there to just immediately cancel out. What is Typo doing? He's gonna try to get like a snipe from behind his Ana.
What is this?
But without the heals, Dak is able to just pick people out.
Oh! Surprise!
The hog is nanoed from behind.
Surprise! You don't expect both the hog and Ana to just come from behind like that. Oh, what a play. And that's going to buy enough space and it's going to stymie this attack just for the moment.
Yeah, right when they needed it too. It was almost going straight in. They got that grab, but nobody really picked into it. Pogpixel using this ult right here.
Good.
Trying to get some people around the corner. That Zarya is in that room by herself.
Yeah. It's okay, Pogpixel. We'll just say it's a zone ult. That's okay. That's okay. Don't need to get much work done with that. We know.
Satcher is doing a good job of keeping everybody off the cart. Oh, but that Tracer is trying to find the Mercy, but she can't. Pogpixel has got her back.
Yeah. Now, I wonder what the plan is here, because right now, no one has any ults, and, okay, Dak is about to build an ult, and we're about to have a nano from Lilac on red team as well. But I wonder, what's the...
Another! Oh, he's going nuts with his bombs.
That's more for the remech than anything else, and that time he actually does get the remech is in a fairly safe location. Again, though, that's an ult that you're not gonna have, and you're starting to question these Diva bombs just a little bit, maybe.
One of the big things is Diva bombs is pairing it with another, but you can't pair with another because everybody's in the same bomb.
Oh, but the beat's health was still there, and it saves ISO from certain deaths.
Baronx in the back trying to pick up the healers. Oh, Pogpixel with another ult. That was a quick game. Pushing off the monkey. Knocked him off the edge. Oh no, he survived back there. He didn't show up on the kill logs.
Well, but he's gonna go low, and I wonder if he's gonna get found here. As you see, ults are just kind of being tossed left and right in this kind of never-ending team fight here. And Sashford, he's gonna get taken down in a momentary advantage for red team, but they don't have ults right now to press the advantage.
Yeah, they got Ashe and Soldier both on high ground.
And just with the natural advantage the defense gets here, look, the picks are starting to come in from the blue team, and I think for now this is looking like a stabilization for the blue team.
With them set up right here and their respawns right there, they're gonna need a team wipe in order to get the SpaceX rocket to its destination.
Unfortunately, Ahi suicides that time instead of using the bomb. He might have hope yet for his next bomb.
Doc doesn't have high ground, but he's still trying to make do with what he has.
Yeah. I'd imagine that for this team fight, you want to engage with the Bob and then get the Nano Ryan into here if you're on the red team. Then again,
that would definitely be a play.
Yeah, and now I'm wondering, oh, good isolation there with this, with the flashbang to deny the healing. But that's not a nano, but just a damage boosted visor claiming too.
Yeah, Ana and the Ashe. Oh, finally a bomb on point. And it was actually, he actually got a kill.
You got one. Someone make sure you take notice there. He got a pick with the bomb. That's all we needed. We can stop here, folks.
Ashe still holding on to the bomb with the people getting taken out early. I guess chose not to invest it, which is probably smart.
Yeah, there's a massive ult advantage though on the side of red team. They have 4 ults in their name. There's only oh,
there goes one of them.
There goes one, and it gets immediately canceled. And I think red team, they have to be a little more decisive in their engages. Like, yeah, you can high noon, but okay, Dak's gonna switch over to the Sombra now. So maybe that was more of a throwaway, but you want to try to get more value. Oh, is this a back cap?
Doc is going somewhere.
How attentive is blue team going to be? Is this actually going
Doc
to
is attempting it, but Pogpixel has been waiting, and he just immediately.
He knows.
No memes under Pogpixel, not under his watch.
No, although we would have loved to see it. It is the fun house though. So there's a Bob engage, and well, they aren't doing much with it. What's Fair Enough doing? He's in their backline. He almost has all this. It's gonna be a flanking Deadeye.
Ooh, there goes Ahi.
I mean, there goes Ahi, sure. And but they have another damage boosted attack visor. There's more picks in red team. They can't get the decisive fight that they need to end this, and now we're in overtime.
Oh, Pogpixel being rezzed. He actually dropped out from high ground, where he's been perched almost the whole game. At least during this half of the game.
Yeah. I think what we're wrong there is that the blue team use ults better than red team. Like, the decisive ultimate engage, like when you have a massive ult advantage, wasn't there. Coordination wasn't there either. Like for example, we had the Dak on McCree just get instantly taken out in the Deadeye because he wasn't sufficiently protected from his team. The ults were coming out to either force people in line of sight of the Deadeye or whatever, and that's gonna cost them the map completion. Now, they did get most of the way there. They got 84.89 meters, but that means that they're going to need to the blue team. They only need to get that far, and that could be very possible. And is this a meme? Is this a meme? We
They got
have
the Torbjorn and the Bastion.
No, please, please do this. This is the meme we've all been waiting for coming to fruition. Right now, we have the Torb and the Bastion with the Mercy and Batiste just gonna pocket that Omnic to wherever he wants to go, which it's probably gonna be the payload to be fair. But still, I'm looking forward to the other dudes. Now, they are running a tank line of Diva Hog, which doesn't offer a shield.
Yeah, so we got two forces at odd in the blue team. So
Right.
they're gonna be attacking from two fronts, but
ISO's on the Symmetra.
The payload.
Baronok's going around behind. They're not gonna do a pirate ship. They're gonna do a cheeky setup.
This is intended to just catch them off guard. Does it work? Well, no. It does
With the Mercy pocket at the beginning was able to take out Winston, but ooh no, Dax saw it, and he wasn't having it.
Yeah, he wasn't having it. He almost gets taken down, but he just survives on a sliver of health. Thing is, this high ground is looking like it belongs to blue team now, but still, Hog taking presence up there. Okay, he's gonna get.
Oh no, okay. They give it up, but Torbjorn's doing work. He's up on the expert. He's getting that along.
Oh yeah, but now they swapped off the Bastion in favor for a Doomfist now, and well, I do like the idea of that. At some point, you also need to think about, well, every time you swap, you're losing out on a little bit of ult charge here. So I wonder if this is a deciding comp that they're gonna go here. I'm sad the Bastion's gone though. Kind of wish that it stayed a little longer. But
looks like the Bastion and Torb was just to kind of get them off guard because both of them switched off. And Doom is still a crazy pick, but in this bottom area, there's so many walls to knock people against that you can get big boy damage.
Yeah.
They got they got the mech there, for example. They got the attempted the Winston, but wasn't able to fall through. Just got away.
Right, but Dak, he goes big. Pick up 3, picks up 4. And now, this is
My gosh.
Oh my.
Dak cleaning up.
Cleaning up. It's the cleanup master right there. And now you still have a few ults to spare on the side of red team. We got the bombed by space and some Metro balls just split everyone off. Dak does get caught out, but his team's there to support him.
Sad it seems to be getting like all the kills with the blue team. Even if they're just one-off picks,
they were being pushed.
Count. Okay, it looks like the blue team has got control of high ground. Dak is kind of being pushed off around the corner.
Big kill. No supports now for the blue team.
Good Doomfist kill. Wasn't able. Oh, there we go. Finished off the out-of-mech Diva.
I'm not sure how much the wall is gonna do here because most of the supports were already dead on the side of the blue team, and I'm not sure if I like that engagement from the red team because that's already a massive disadvantage there.
Yeah, that wall was kind of just playing background. It wasn't in between anybody.
Right, didn't really get the split that they were looking for. There's the bomb. It's big. Gets the Batiste. Mercy.
He's learning. He's learning. His bomb's getting better and better.
So for all the meme makers out there, put the Aki 2 on the scoreboard there. He got his second one.
Aki is trying to deal with Dak. He's been a problem the whole game, but even Aki can't do it. As much as he's been rolling that round, it just.
Well, he just didn't get the support he needed from his team to be able to clean up there.
Look like ISO is a Reaper lurking around up top in the rafters, making some footstep quiet noises.
What's going on here?
Oh, he's kind of in the background.
In the small room here. Oh no, ISO's found the support.
Oh no! Poor Ana.
Oh, poor Typo. Poor Typo. There's only a Mercy now.
ISO kind of playing like a little stealth game up until now. They kind of got him in the open, and they're gonna take him out.
Okay, eventually he does get punished, but not after dropping both supports, and that's gonna be stabilization for the red team, and this is gonna start to spell trouble if blue team can't pick up something fast. Now, they do have the ults to do it. They got a nano boost, which you probably want to invest on the Rodok here to buy a ton of space. The problem is, though, Rose is almost at that grab.
Going
And that's
full hog, but only really hitting the satellite. Missed a hook off there. That's going to be kind of
There's the
yikes.
grab, there's the grab, there's the visor, there's the ult counter everywhere. Everyone is pressing their Qs, and right now, it's the blue team who does get the one pick, but that's just red. There's the bomb. He got
another one.
Oh, he has three. He has three. He's learning.
Everybody here is proud of Ahi. Just let him know that the caster's got his back.
Yeah, we got your back, Ahi. I mean, those first few bombs, those are just flukes. I'm sure we all know now. You can do a lot better than that. Keep this pace up, Ahi. We're proud of you.
Yeah, the blue team finally got their act together and are able to keep pushing it. They got just under 3 minutes. So I'm seeing blue is in a better spot as of now. They're in a better position to maybe win this fight.
Actually, for right now, they need to wait for ults to build.
Oh yeah, true. And they kind of lost the escort right here. Ooh, that Doomfist kind of pushed him into the open. Wasn't enough for doing damage.
That being said, right now, there's a window, buy a ton of space, but there's a meteor strike to try to counter. What's it gonna pick up? It forces an ammo field.
I need healing.
Looks like the Hog Pixel is go around get a stun, but it was bubbled.
And Death Blossom catches no one.
Yeah, good on Hog Pixel to able to stop the Death Blossom even after he used his stun. He was able to just use his classic revolver.
Oh, so sad. Didn't get anyone.
All right, Doc going with his ultimate, trying to get rid of Sag, who's been causing a lot of trouble this round.
Oh, I like get taken out of his ult. That's big motivation. That's big momentum, I should say, for blue team. There aren't any ults left for blue team, but that might not matter as the payload's starting to get really close. Bastion?
Oh, Bastion is a last-ditch attempt to try to pull something off. Maybe he can set up in the spawn. Oh no, he goes right off the Tracer. Okay, so they're a little bit more serious. They're trying to win.
Pinks! They're all here! Oh, they're just red
Oh,
team's
the blue getting all the kills.
one. Oh, and it looks like Ahi bombs did enough. Your bombs, they're clearly the key to victory there. Those 3 big picks
Oh yeah.
on 3 team picks. That was all that that blue team needed here. And that's the reason why blue team won that the entirety. Every part of it was just because of Ahi's.
that was it. That Doomfist was kind of crazy, and I honestly didn't think it was gonna work, but Faranox was able to pull it off. So
Yeah, he is able to just get in, deal damage, and he doesn't get a picks. Generally, he's also able to get out with his rocket punch or something else, and his engages were good. And overall, while it looked like red team looked to have a pretty good defense at first, eventually, blue team found a way through.
yeah, at the beginning they were holding strong right at the very beginning. I think it was because they were trying to pull off the Torb and Bastion meme, and as good as it is, it didn't work. Yeah. And so they realized that they had to switch off, get some slightly more serious characters, that being Doomfist, and they were able to manage to take it back and push it all the way through.
Alright. I think we're gonna head into a break while we figure out what we're going to do next, so stick around and we will be back in a moment.
All right, see you then.
And well, it looks like that unfortunately our funhouse will have to come to a close. Big thanks to everyone who showed up for the UW Funhouse event here to just go have fun, play some Overwatch together, spend time with everyone, and just have fun. And thank you for tuning in as well. Remember to check out the at U of Washington Esports on most platforms except for YouTube, which is UW Esports. And if you're a member of UW, please feel free to come in, say hi, join these little fun sessions that we have here, join the Discord. We have lots of fun things going on. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you all have a great night, and thanks for staying.
Yeah, thank you, Panda Bear. It was great to cast with you, and this has just been a fun night. I'm sure the players had fun. I hope chat had fun, and I don't know, GG's. Have a good night.
GG's. Yes. This is Panda Bear and
andVid.
signing off.